are.
Oh, it looked so good. Everything was working. The site was open. They realized it. The smoke was poor. And 2 CTs in CT made it too hard of an obstacle to overcome. That was a challenge. The smoke was poor, big gap. And despite them getting tagged up, like, I mean, it was surprising to see 5 complexity members still alive. The health bar is so low. Not low enough, clearly. And that will be the equalizer.
What a way to get back, all even.
Yeah.
That's how you want to start that second half.
Nearly all 5 standing. James is so good with scoped weapons, at least he has been. This is quite hypnotic.
Yeah, kind of like
Keep
that.
going.
Therefore, that's going to catch more than just a glimpse. The CZ rips his head off, so it's still reasonable. 4 alive for the CTs, but there are no strangers to being damaged up and trailing in this one. Seemingly, it feels like I've only ever seen their HP bars at half point.
Yeah, complexity have been the walking wounded throughout the first half. Great utility usage from the Vanguard CT side, got them that. But now the tables have turned, as have the sides swapped. Bomb's going to be transferred to Quicket, as he's going to start to navigate towards one of the 2 sites of choice. To defend on that site will be Android. You can see he's just lying in wait. Only a FAMAS. He's holding the headshot angle. His little floppy CT cowl.
Yes.
They are weird looking helmets, aren't
Yeah,
they? Little
right.
mushroom hats.
Yeah, it's little mushroom hats. See if the little mushroom hat can do the job.
Yeah. He's a fun guy, though. Here's Android. Backing away.
Oh.
And already, doesn't fire the bullet. Oh dear, they're starting to swarm. This is the downside of defending B. You don't get that initial contact. They get full control, and that smoke grenade is deployed well.
That's so rough. The second he stopped holding that angle, they just appeared. Feels pretty bad.
Whoa,
That's a good
no bomb.
nade,
Bomb
though.
didn't
That
go
does
down.
stop the bomb plot. That buys a little bit of time here, but can you still go with this? A scout at UMP, 1 flash and he goes in. James is watching it, not going to get it done. And the flash has all been used now. It looks less and less likely, swinging from stand. Spots one, calls out on the other. This isn't bad work from him, but they're still just not collecting the bodies, Alex. I think this is all but over.
Yeah, hero no scope would have been the only thing to open the door a little further, and not to be. Vanguard. Nice work from them. That's Android just giving us a perfect example of why holding B can be a nightmare. You look away for 1 second, the timing's poor, you reposition, and immediately there's 3 different angles to check, and they've all got weapons that will rip your head off close range, and they can do it while moving. It's tough. Couldn't quite manage it. And so Vanguard find 9 on this T side. Now the weaponry heavily favoring them. Just a bit of Kevlar and some pistols.
Good.
Ooh, damage though.
Finally, it's retaliated.
Yeah.
We're sick of just catching nades for the last 18 rounds. Let's lob one back.
Throw some of their own.
Deagle's out. I swear we've seen so many pistol rounds actually being won like this recently, especially in this one. CZs, even though they were nerfed a little bit, weren't they? Like, not much, but
I mean, yeah, it takes a long time to pull out. You can't really use it as a comfortable sidearm anymore, but still, for these force fires, still effective. They nerfed the damage drop-off so that it does, yeah, you're not going to be popping heads down long
full
doors,
rifle
but
range,
still.
like before.
Yeah, when you're charging into the B site, it still achieves its goal and does so well.
Oh,
Swap
catch.
these. Safe hands, safe hands. Stan, he's surely not going to go any further than this. Looking to cross the corner, he's going to find an easy frag, and surely not a second one. Nope.
Nice.
Stabilizes, as do Vanguard. This should be just formalities at this point.
That's a nice molly to clear out that corner.
It works.
Nice. No. I was wondering, I was like, that's not the mid smoke. That's really nice. Overall, though, Vanguard perfectly fine here. Still really well set. There should be a bomb plant coming in. I don't think Android's going to get... I lied to you. I lied to you completely. I'm very sorry. He's got 1 HP in a dream. A deagle in his hand was only good for 1.
Quicket kind of looks a bit like No Tail from the side.
Sorry, who's that?
Dota player. Very
That
cool.
like League of
Very
Legends?
famous. Basically, yeah, sure.
Yeah, nice. Is it towers, turrets?
Yeah, you got it right.
Nice.
Towers.
Turrets.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you're playing a phone game, perhaps.
Oh, there's so many.
Turret defense. Moving on. Aggressive smoke towards long. As does usually imply we're going to be seeing some early presence there, but not the case just yet. Instead, it's Jane.
No.
It's on 16 francs.
This stack could be all in vain. Rough to do it. Heading through the CT side of things, trying to get her back around. Obviously, the T side don't know that they're all at B, and they could have just clean run up. James now knows. He's got a good idea, especially with this happening. Oh, Fitch, what's just gone on? The double dink with USPS always sounds good. And maybe there's a little life in him here. They could be a nuisance, but I don't think the round's going any other way than as you'd expect.
Yeah, it's going to be Buster and James likely to clear this one up. They're unarmored and they are exposed. Buster still at T-spawn. Unless these things come in, not happening. James is going to be doing one, as will Buster the other, and that's the 11 for a Vanguard.
Sure, it's really hard to say Buster's name and not say Buster Rhyme.
It is. I've repeatedly been trying to overcome that obstacle myself.
Yeah, so even when I say like Buster, you know, you say it at the same time.
It's just,
really
it's easy to say, isn't it?
Yeah. Can we hit tap?
Buster.
Can we have a little look at the overall score?
You can the overall score?
I like seeing it with like, you know,
The
actual
score.
context.
That's context, it's numbers.
No, it's
No?
not in order. It's not. Damn UIs. Jamo with that orb. Thank you. Buster and Jam. Big plays. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take a look at the.
Oh, look
ADR
at
as
this
well.
work. Oh, who's observing this one? Is it Rush? Good
Yes.
job, Rush. Thank you, Rush. Proud of you. All right, you can stop clicking it now. All right.
Thinks he's funny. Thinks he's funny. Grouping up a Vanguard, going to be hitting on towards B. Android needs to do better than the last time he was here, and he needs to get at least one. Oh my goodness, that's bad.
Oh, no.
That's a wide open B site. Android, he's fluffed his lines dramatically. Now the bomb will be going in, and Complexity, they've got a tough decision to make. They've only just finally got weapons in their hands. Do they really want to risk it on the retake? It would put 12 on the board for a Vanguard. I think they might. They're going to call the save immediately.
That missed couple of shots coming out of those B tunnels.
You've got to do better.
It's such a hard side to hold. No one's saying it isn't, because it feels like you're completely useless. You're a chocolate teapot for half of it, and then suddenly there's 4 players on your site, and you're like, well, what am I meant to do? You know, there's no giveaways. It's so hard, but you're meant to have that one shot there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that a lot of teams now, they kind of have the flex player, second player close to B. Typically, you'll group up, you'll go for some, you know, early or rather late round CT aggression on the B side, get info early.
That's what I'm asking for now. I want to see a little bit of something. I know it's tough to do when you're at a deficit, but that's what the good teams do. You push yourself to those uncomfortable situations. You try and find a way back in.
You throw an AWP towards, you know, doors aggressively.
Do
They'll
something.
peek towards tons. Something to just give them more support, more info early. Android, who's left to his own devices and just exploited. Missed a couple of shots, sure. That's not all on him. 4 players charging towards B.
I want more out of this Complexity lineup. How is this the same team that went on that really deep run at the major? Like, where is that team?
Their games have been close. I mean, it was a huge game versus Movie Star Riders, 25-23.
All right, Shazam.
48 rounds of Counter-Strike on one map.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Just 20 so far for us here. 21, we see that by the saved weapons from Complexity. And Android's got a friend now.
Aww.
Yeah. Sent a mail to his pen pal Def from the UK. Rural Ree Jackson. Sounds like an NFL player.
It really does.
Yeah.
There's that. Oh. There's that Molly I liked from before. Clears out the board there. It was close. No one is, but they're going through their checklist of things to do as a T-side team. Clear out close, maybe create some avenues so we can do that mid to B split and not be having to worry about who's tucked behind that door. Always a nice idea. I like it. Buster's in position. It does seem as though that could be the case, and we do, as you said, have not just one man dedicated towards B. That could be a helping factor. Def is still around, and maybe they can start feeling the pressure build towards the B side of things. No presence shown on long, only one man on short.
Still looking to build off of that. Ah, that's horrible. Bust up, walks into the site, gets one. Android needs to do better. He has his friend, but already stands dead, as is Def. The B site clearly a weakness, clearly the Achilles heel of the CT side of Complexity. As once again, locked out.
Scared to talk in case the
Yeah, me
mic
too.
kicks off. That was very unpleasant.
A flashbang IRL.
Just waking the audience up in a horrible way.
Good morning.
That's your alarm. Oh.
Ugh.
Oh, no thank you.
Have you ever made the mistake, Lauren, of setting a song you really like as an alarm?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
Isn't it?
It gives you that like instant like, ugh.
I actually had the horrible experience of a song you really like, make it an alarm, start to hate it, then you hear it in public, and then you just start feeling like anxious, like you're late for something in the middle of a bar.
What song was it? Don't lie. Don't lie. Tell me
I mean,
the
I
actual
could.
song. Tell me the actual song.
The song?
Yeah. Don't lie. Alex, why are you looking to lie here?
It was Yonkers by Tyler, the Creator. He's a walking paradox. No, he's not.
Goose. Duck. Duck.
Goose.
Look at Rush being little meme. Can you all just thank Mr. Rush, please?
Nope. He'll be
There
blessed
we
by
go.
good observing.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Rush. We are almost back into this one, and I don't know. I'm a little underwhelmed by complexity here, if I'm completely honest. I mean, I expected to come into this and they'd just spank it. I think there'll be some really good individual moments from a Vanguard, but they've showed way more solid everything across the board. Players have turned up. We've seen good AWPing. Their T side was pretty solid.
dear.
Oh, Jay, why did I say it? Yeah, solid AWPing.
The caster's curse. He goes aggressive. Shazam shuts him down. Complexity, they don't want to leave just yet. Having far too much fun on the stage. Breaks through and extends the lead. It was Ye. Manages to grab the AWP away. Not going to be letting the T's get hold of that one. Get it out of there. Grass, make it awkward. And actually Stan's really looking to do that alongside Android. They all start looking. Shazam in the meantime caught another. Just two remain now. Buster and Crizzen.
Oh, Buster really...
On Android. All good in the hood.
This isn't bad. Crizzen, this might be probably a turning point. Yeah, there we go. Complexity. Finally getting into this. Maybe that missed AWP shot at the start, not getting those entry kills they were not gifted, but given before. That could be a big launch pad now.
Let's see how things continue to shape up. Yeah, I mean, early aggression, of course, the downside to that. Double AWP, Shazam and Def. James going to try and catch him on the cross. You don't tend to get too much from this. I like that he's ducking in between each shot. He realizes Shazam can punish.
You tag them, they'll bag them. I heard that's the common phrase here.
I have said that before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
You tag them, you body bag them, you frag them.
so much to it.
Hopefully you don't lag them. You're on LAN.
I miss playing on there.
Me too.
We
You
go,
used to press tab when you'd see that 5 ping, you'd be like, oh,
to be fair, but then there'll
boy.
be someone in your team who's got like a 2 ping, you're like, how have you
Yeah,
done
and what
that?
have you done? Why is your Ethernet
your-
port better than mine?
And then you switch the cables when they're not looking.
2 MS.
Pretty nice, feels good. And what might feel good here for complexity is Shazam doing
Ooh,
that. Nice
wow.
work on Buster. His head's gonna roll, and the nade could be good too. This could be the follow-up. Oh,
Not bad.
not bad.
Softens them up for those M4s. And the assault doesn't look like it's going to be stopped. The utility usage from complexity only just delays this assault. Shazam is looking for more. He's going to have an opportunity as soon as they emerge from that smoke, and they do. The flash is good. And as is their positioning, they're going to be getting full side control here. Maybe the boost, if Stan had a friend, he doesn't just yet. They're going to be pushing through CT as they start to gather back towards short. They planted for it. Patience exerted from the CTs on the retake. They start their charge. First frag, looks good for Stan, tags him up. Now looking to keep him at bay on towards short. Multitasking as he keeps all the plates spinning, and no. Vanguard, they just keep fragging. Yay, he's not out of this one just yet. Nice double kill. They're both there, that's easily exploited. That's so easy to exploit. They're both so low, just keep spraying the box. One. Yay, looking to save the day, it's Quicket. They've done it twice in this game, that's so naughty. They stack up in the same position in complexity, they just don't expect the second. Happened in pit, happens on site.
I was so worried when the AWPer didn't like step out and just accept his death. If that guy just continued to spray through the box and caught the other guy by accident, he had to take that fight. Oh, that was the starter that made this round look so different, so good, like it was all gonna go well.
It's precise work from Ye. Look at that, 2 quick taps. But that corner, playing it well in Gandalf.
Am I letting you call it Gandalf?
You should.
Why is it Gandalf?
That's what it's called.
What's your favorite call out on a map that's like PG-13?
Yeah, that
PG-13, you filthy.
one. Yeah, there's that big pillar on overpass.
Yeah.
One on cobble. It's got a name. Pillow. Pillar? Pillar. We'll call it that.
Pillar.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite?
No, it's not.
No. Okay. What is
Okay,
it?
PG-13 call out.
You have a think. Have a think on that one while James has a think about hitting the shot on the cross. Shazam goes back in. Looks almost angered by the prospect of it all, but he doesn't get the shot to count regardless. So he's in a bit of a tough spot here. As a Vanguard are on 14 rounds.
Got one.
Oh.
Emo. That's a good
Emo.
name. That's
Yeah,
a cool
yeah.
name. Little dark corner. We call it Emo. Quick 2 syllables, 3 letters, nice and easy.
That's an NA call out as
It
well.
is an NA caller. We call it dark.
Yeah.
We're far more literal in Europe. Those guys are creative.
It's true.
That creativity is not getting the rounds at the moment for Complexity. Looking for the 10th as they start their charge towards long. This could be good. It's a Vanguard charging. Shazam, he's been so instrumental in drawing his first blood in the second half here. But I don't know what he's going to do through the smoke. It's only a scout, but he does find the leg of Crizzen, limping now towards the site.
Limp as they may, they are making it there. They've actually got across now. The bombs could be planted. You still have 5 alive. How have they gone away with this? Still some utility to even slow this down, keep them further back, keep those scouts from being anywhere near relevant.
Yeah, this is difficult. Cricket. The battle for relevancy continues. It's going to be back and forth in favor of a Vanguard again. Bomb ticking away. Now the CT's running out of options. It's just Def and Ye, and they just get tapped away. He's playing aimbots. 15 now for a Vanguard. They want this. Nice and easy. The trophy 1 round away from them. It sits in the center of the stage. Just 1 more round. Complexity, they do look a little lost here. One does too. Question the veto. Maps we've seen Complexity succeed on, even in this tournament itself. Inferno won a good one. They picked up the win on. And a Complexity ban on it. Be questioning that one. You get to this point. Overpass and train removed by a Vanguard. Complexity removed Inferno and Cash. It's hard to believe. Perhaps even I should probably stop talking about it because it could be wrong. So that's what it says on my screen.
We're going to trust it.
Yeah.
I like the banana call.
Counterintuitive.
Classic.
Banana is a classic.
It's a classic. Banana.
Banana.
Some like, you got it in full context, right? You're at the major grand final,
Yeah.
you're playing your games, you're almost there, and you're saying like 5 men banana, you know what I mean? Like without context.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
To newer ears hearing
Same
banana.
with that pillar call. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's 2 on it.
there is. Like Requiem for a Dream. Cricket. Going to be forced out of this one down to 65. Did some early aggression, but it won't be taking it.
Thorin with a casual chant on the ground.
He started that himself. He brought
he
them
walked
here.
in.
He flew them in.
Ah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
All that Skrilla coming in handy.
That's right. He's got his own fan club. He flies them out to events now.
Nice guy.
So, gathering towards B. It's been a problem. It's been a weak spot for Complexity, and they need it now. Last chance. Margin forever gone. Ooh, yeah.
That's not bad.
I mean,
That's a nice little setup here.
I like what. I don't like if he's going wide. That's going to be punished. Patience
Oh, Shazam.
is a virtue. He's only got the scout.
He's got no info on
CZs,
long either.
Deagles, nothing. It feels like it's just a formality at this point. He wants to have the element of surprise. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't even have info long. His teammates, they've made the gamble. They've made the
Shazam.
risk.
It's all on you. Slow him down.
No
tug him up.
armor.
Oh god, the timing couldn't be worse either. The second he steps, Crizzen's there, and it's all theirs. The A side, the bomb's going to go down uncontested, and it will be a retake no matter what for Complexity. Buster might stop before it starts. Good work from Stan.
That's a start.
That picks him up a rifle at least. That's something to play with. You've now got a little bit of utility there, flashes and Molotovs.
And a slight benefit as well, it's planted for short. They're coming from short. That will not be the deadly after plant position it can be. Instead, they're forced to set themselves up, perhaps even towards mark. So good from Fitch. Spray control in a small gap towards CT, finds Stan. Now that's the AK gone. Def and Android. No hope, and that's it. A Vanguard, they've done it. 16-9 is what the final score. They take it. The MSI MGA finals. $60,000 the prize pool, 4 teams in attendance. First place taking a cool 30K.
Not bad work.
That's big.
At all. Yeah, that is really big. Honestly, feel a little flat for Complexity. I really wanted to see what they could bring here. You could see that throughout that bracket, they fought hard to get to that position. Same we said for a Vanguard, but they showed a way better performance once they stabilized. The T side looked so solid coming out from them. The AWP work was good. Everything just felt in the right place.
Yeah, keep your eyes on some of these names. The likes of Jane had such a great first half. Fantastic performance from Buster as well. Secondary AWP, he held B much better than that of Complexity. He did it almost on his own. And Complexity, they made a solid end to their year in 2018, but it's a Vanguard who are your champions of the MSI MGA Finals. It's a Vanguard.
There we go, we have our first champions today here. We have 2 finals for you. It wasn't the toughest of matchups, but it's still playing a big game on a big stage.
So, hi all. So we're here. We just won the first trophy. And for me, it's the first thing. So, like, I just want to congrats my teammates. So I'm just glad to be here. Thank you guys for like support. Thank you guys.
And it was great to see you play as well. Put your hands together for your winners, Vanguard. They take the title here. We'll hand it back to the king of ice hockey. That is the Stunner.
Absolutely, positively true. OJ has been decimated, just like Complexity. Just had a rough showing here. A real ball buster, one might even say. Duncan?
Not a good day for the UK. Another letdown. Sadly, death in Complexity.
But I mean, everybody here is chanting Smooya, but the real storyline is here is Vanguard really taking this one into control. Maniac, what are some of the things you saw?
Yeah, well, that was an interesting game. At the beginning, it looked like Complexity were just running through the motion. They went up to, I think, 6-2. At this point, you could see they had many different tactics. They had the A fake, dropping into CT spawn to the B split, so it looked like they were in a good position. But for me, the turning point really was the B defense from Vanguard. It was really strong. I think they blocked 2 or 3 rushes in a row, which actually put them in a situation where they had the money, they could run the double up, and from this point they went to 8-7.5, which could have been Complexity all the way. And then, switching up to the second half, the B defense from Complexity was not as good. Android couldn't find frags, and the B-bomb side is really punitive. Once you lose it, it's really hard to retake it. Avanga had the control, and from this they just cruised on to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is an example of a game where, like I said, at the major, the Complexity players were having like the games of their lives. Everything went right at the exact moment. The setups looked fine in the first half, but they didn't get the rounds they needed. And then you look at the scoreboard at the end, it's really underwhelming how some of the Complexity players ended up performing. Like, where was Shazam? This is one of the guys who helped them on that major run to the Legends spot. Overall, a little bit underwhelming from them. You've got to just credit to a Vanguard mainly. Sure, you can talk about the Complexity mistakes, but if we're going to credit Complexity when they win best of ones over bigger teams, you got to do the same to a Vanguard. They did run through the lower bracket here, so worthy winners, I think.
I mean, this best of one environment is something that Complexity thrived on throughout the majors.
Yeah.
And then they come here to Dust 2, albeit a different stage, but you know, the emphasis is there. This was not an easy task for Complexity, and to prove so, the scoreline shows that they were never in charge of this game at any point, it seems.
No, and the problem was they lost 2 key rounds, in my opinion. They got reset after the pistol buy in the second half, and then they could never get 2 rounds at CT together. They won 1 round, got reset right after it. You said it, best of one is it's a difficult situation. The money is very important. You can't afford to get reset. But I also think that Vanguard came in here a little bit like a submarine, if I can say, like you know, people didn't really expect them, but they are doing well at the moment. They qualified for IEM Chicago, if I'm not wrong. They beat like Heroic, Gambit, Ents. Yeah. So we didn't see them coming, but they are in a good form.
Now, there is a name that sticks out here. He's been around for quite some time, and it's Fitch. Let's talk a little bit about Fitch, Duncan.
Sure, this was obviously the guy where when Zeus left Gambit after they won the major, Fitch was the player they brought in because Mo, Hobbit, Adren, all from his native Kazakhstan. They all knew him before. I think he was in the K23 team that Hobbit was in before, Tengri, one of the two. They brought him in. Initially, it looked really good. If you remember, they went to the semi-finals of that DreamHack Masters Malmo. They beat Astralis. It was all seeming really good, but unfortunately, he's a player who at that level, sure, brand new to that level, a rookie, it seemed like he had kind of what's quite common actually for people who are beginners, which is you're sure you've got skills, like you've got something to your game, but then people learn who you are as a player and you get put in a lot of tough spots and matches. And either you make it over that hurdle or you have to do what he's done, which is you go down to the next level again and hopefully you either work your way up or you turn out to just not be a top tier player, because there's another element than just being skilled at the game. It's knowing how to play against someone when you know the win conditions.
Some might even say Taz, the King one, is reminiscent of the same mindset of going down, perhaps trying to build up another lineup. But the lineup that I want to build right now is this: the H and the C, the Henry and the Chad down on the sidelines with Banks with a little bit of MSI trivia. Let's see how dumb these guys really are.
Well, we are going to find out once again. It's a bit of Britain taking on the Oz again to see how this is going to go down. And we've got new fans with us this time around. Joining Henry's team, you've got Lewis and Jody. And then joining Chad's team, you've got Lauren and Lorenzo. So it should be a nice bit of fun. Chad?
We're going to give them the team name, the Double L's.
The double L's, okay.
We're going to get the W. We're going to get the W here today, so it's a little bit contradictory.
I like it. Henry, any ideas of a team name for you? Have you thought that far ahead?
We're just going to be Team New York, I think, just to represent the home crowd. We've got some of the finest minds in Counter-Strikes on this team, and me, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's find out what the first question is going to be. So, what is Team Liquid's ESL World Ranking position?
Oh, the ESL one.
Yes, the ESL one. Can you get this right, Henry?
What are the options?
A, third. I just expect you to know just straight off the bat. Come on. A, third. B, fourth. C, fifth. Chad's saying he thinks he's got this. He thinks there's a high probability that he's wrong. Ooh. Are you ready? Oh, okay. Go on, flip them around. What we got? Double A's, and they are both correct. An easy first question, at least. That's what Henry's saying.
Henry, would you like some M&Ms?
And now they're sharing food as well. Look at this. There is a bit of love in here. In what year was Mouse Sports founded? A, 03, B, 02, or C, 05? And the intense stare.
So here's the thing. Mouse Sports have been around for a very long time. One of the longest standing Counter-Strike rosters.
Chad is trying to throw off Henry.
I'm good to go, Matt. Chad's a bit slow today. Maybe hasn't quite woken up. Chad, you cool, or?
He claims he's trying to throw you off.
It's not working. I'm ready to go.
Founded?
Founded, yes.
I'm ready.
Okay. Spin 'em. B and C. It is B. Okay, Chad?
You know that I was a 1.6 player. Obviously, Henry's a Source boy, so he may have forgotten the times of the glory days for Mouse Sports.
And it was the glory days back then. Germany did reign supreme back in the day. Going into the third question, you're technically, more British than German, but we'll give you that. You live there at least. Third question. Team Liquid and Mouse faced off in how many tournament grand finals? A, 2, B, 1, or C, none?
I'm ready.
Wow.
This is so easy. How has he not got this? I don't want to give him any hints, but you ready? Yeah. All right, here we go.
B and C, and the answer is B.
What is it?
You were casting it.
Was I?
It was Mykonos.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, well, there we go.
Henry, you clearly commentate too many events to not know this. All right, Chad's doing well. Question 4. Between Liquid and Mouse Sports, which player has the most kills per round throughout this tournament? Is it A, Nitro, B, Taco, or C, Chris J? You're getting some crowd help in here, guys. Would you listen to the crowd? Henry might need it a little bit more than Chad. Are you more confident this time?
I think we've got this one. We had a bit of a meeting just now. We're going to pick ourselves up, come back stronger. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I've got my answer ready to be locked in.
You ready, Chad?
Yeah, I've let them handle this one, so it's going to be the double L's answer coming in, not mine.
Okay. You're just trying to make sure in case it goes wrong? Yeah, okay, just saving himself, that's all. Spin them. Double A's, and the answer is C, Chris J. So no points for that one. No one can get it right. Chris J having a pretty good tournament so far in all respect. Last question. Now, you guys cannot get involved in this. This is just for your fans, and it is, which map in ESL 1 New York has Liquid not played? A, Inferno. B, Overpass. C, Train. Oh, okay, ready instantly. Henry's team is fast. Double L's, how are you doing? You good? All right, let's do it. The answer is C, Train.
But I think we still win. No, that's a tie.
Now you're at a tie.
I told you, Chad.
It always happens.
I told you every time.
That's a permaban.
All right. Okay, pick one person from each team. We're going to do our classic rock, paper, scissors.
It's going to be a nightmare.
Who's confident with the rock, paper, scissors? Come on.
All right, up you get. So here we go.
We'll count you down into it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Count it in. Keep counting it in.
1, 2, 3. There we go. The winner. Open your box. The double L's did take the win. You were right, Chad. And ooh. Okay, this is larger than the fans themselves.
Not like this. Oh, God.
Well, it's looking pretty damn good. Regardless, Chad, you did get the win. You just easy.
Yeah, just had to make up for the show match loss yesterday, so glad that I could get a victory on the board for someone else.
Henry, final words. I got to stand up because no one can see me.
No, oh yeah, you have. I had a great time. MSI provided some great prizes here. Rock, paper, scissors is proving to be a very viable tournament format, so maybe we can bring that to Counter-Strike.
Well, Valve do need help with getting formats right, so maybe that's where they want to go. Next up is going to be the Esports Hall of Fame, and we're going to find out who's going to be inducted. But before that, we're going to go to a quick break.
The Intel Extreme Masters is headed to the Midwest this November in Chicago. Get your tickets now at iem.gg/tickets.
ESL One New York is brought to you in part by Intel, AT&T, DHL, MSI, Logitech G, Alienware, Betway, and PaySafeCard.
ESL One New York.
This is ESL One New York 2018. The next point of business is something we've been doing for the past few events, and that is the Esports Hall of Fame presented by PaySafeCard. Now this, as it says, is about players and managers and coaches who've gone above and beyond, who are worthy of a place in the Hall of Fame. This is going to be our 4th inductee. Let's meet them.
Counter-Strike wasn't always the phenomenon it is today. With outstanding skill, some players elevated the game to unimaginable heights and are still remembered today. Among these legends, Ola Moom, known better to some as Element, stands out as one of the most dominant Counter-Strike pros of all time. As the in-game leader for SK Gaming, he dominated his opponents, winning every tournament for an entire year.
I mean, winning everything in a year and losing one match, it can't really be topped by anything else.
Adding to these incredible feats, every Counter-Strike fan will remember him for his outstanding performances with Team NOA, a historic move that marked the very first time a transfer fee had been paid for an esports player. Today, the Esports Hall of Fame will recognize and honor Ola Moom's contribution to esports. Today, he will become the 4th inductee and first Norwegian player in the Hall of Fame.
My nickname is Element.
Element, an absolute legend of the game, a worthy inductee into the Hall of Fame, accepting the award on his behalf. It's his father, and that is Tommy Moom. Quick game of Clash Royale first, and then we're good to go. Ready?
Okay.
He's in.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am extremely proud to receive this award on behalf of Ola, who unfortunately could not be here today. One day, when Ola was 15, he came to me and said, "Dad, I'm going to the States this summer to play a big CS